Alright, here we go. Dive. Oh god, I didn't even set this up. Oh no! Hold on, let me just try desperately to get this ready. The intro isn't going to be the most accurate for the first game, but here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Berlingrad ALE, we just saw him decimate Maximo in the first series, but here he is once again, the Brazilian Terran representing Amantes de StarCraft. It is YanXII. I love it. In the chat, Shinon was like, yo, Maximo has bolas, mate. Oh my god. You're not wrong. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad ALE, we have another Brazilian player, the Brazilian Zerg, also representing Amantes de StarCraft. It is TheZergLord. Oh. And the ZergLord already looking for proxies. So from what I remember from YanXII is I do remember him being a little bit cheesy. I do recall proxy racks, as this was back when Lightshade was still in the map pool. So last season I remember him doing it on maps like, was it Ice and Chrome? Potentially. It's been a while. I remember Lightshade was in the map pool for 2 seasons if I recall correctly. But yeah, so the ZergLord, he's just double checking, making sure nothing crazy is going on. This will kind of delay any kind of scout at the natural, but I mean, again, he's playing it safe, wants to make sure there's nothing on his side of the map. Maybe there could have been here, but you know, he's taking that into account and making sure that nothing crazy is going on. Meanwhile, Yan did just go for a standard opener. He's going for his SCV scouts and confirming as well that the ZergLord didn't go for an early pool. Like, that's the scary thing about a lot of Latin American players, is that they can be very diverse. I know there are some pro players that are like, okay, you know, is Showtime ever really gonna proxy? Like, no, not really. Oh, nice block there, nice denial. YanXII comes in and he does get a kill on that drone. He does delay the third base. Oh my god. Nicely done there by Yan. But yeah, you gotta be on top of your scouting. You know, you don't know if your opponent's going to whip out an early pool for an early Roach Warren, especially on Berlingrad. Meanwhile, oh, almost gets a kill on that drone. In the end, the ZergLord just barely keeps it alive. And since that Reaper was a little bit distracted, the ZergLord finally gets his third up and running. Just a little bit delayed, and again, lost the drone there. So not bad. Not bad at all there by Yan. Meanwhile, it is a 1-1-1 opener, no faster TC here, which makes a lot of sense. We're on Berlingrad, a map that can be a little bit more aggressive, so it can be a little bit more risky if you do go for a faster third CC. Meanwhile, oh my god! The Reaper comes back in and targets down the weakened drone from earlier, and he gets away 2 kills on that one Reaper. Jesus Christ. I apologize I wasn't focusing on the Reaper. I didn't expect it to get a kill. I'll be honest. I just wasn't expecting that. But damn, YanXII putting in a lot of work. And I'm impressed just because, again, he is... I don't know if I'd go as far as saying the underdog in this series. I feel like underdog is maybe selling it a little bit too much. But the ZergLord is the favorite. Like, I was just mentioning it. He did come second in Copa Hyperion last week. He's an amazing player. YanXII has to prove himself here. And so far, he's been getting a lot of nice cheeky wins. He dips in, confirms no drones at the third base. Not yet. Tries to even catch some transferring drones, but a little bit too soon. Finally, the workers are on their way. YanXII doesn't quite get any damage yet, but at least he didn't lose any Hellions. Meanwhile, it was a 1-1-1 into Cloaked Banshee. First Banshee is on the way. The ZergLord is going to try and scout this, and it looks like it will. There's only a single Marine to stop it, so the Overlord will confirm the production, will confirm the Tech Lab researching. At the same time, Hellions try to push into the third, but the Queens are already here in position, not in production, what? In position, Hellions do not find a way in. Oh. And the ZergLord throws down a Roach Warren. Interesting. Lair on the way as well. And this makes a lot of sense. Roach pushes can be very strong on maps like this. Blackburn is another map that comes to mind, where Roach pushes with even Ling floods behind it can be very difficult to defend as a Terran player, especially if you don't scout it. But that's also why the Banshees are so important. These Banshees, they're not just about dealing damage. Ideally, YanXII with these Banshees is able to scout and confirm this Roach Warren. Oh, so again, there's a lot of pressure on these Banshees. They got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of scouting to achieve. And until then, YanXII is still being very active with these Hellions. Thankfully, he hasn't committed with them yet. Oh, he will lose one Hellion. Does deny Creep Tumor. But again, he hasn't lost too much. He hasn't just YOLO'd them in, so he still has a map presence. To be fair, it's not like the ZergLord can really contest it. He doesn't have very many links to chase them down and to gain map control. So he can't really do too much other than just ward him away with Mass Queen. Meanwhile, Banshees dip in, they will hit this third base, and they'll deny a lot of mining here, a lot of mining in the mineral line, as well as the gas. They may even kill the gas geyser at the same time. Hellions try to dip in, they will get 2 Creep Tumors, but they do not get past the Queens. Oh no! No, they're in a bit of a move! Oh. Meanwhile, the Banshees just barely survived. One of the Hellions get picked off, and we do see a scan in the main, and this is an unfortunate scan. Oh, no, never mind. He doesn't scan the production, but he will confirm a Roach Warren coming out of those eggs. So now he should be well aware of the army that's coming his way, and he needs to prepare at home. And I'm a little bit concerned because we have Widow Mines. Mate, how do you defend against Roach pushes? Tanks, mate. You need tanks. Banshees will help as well. Thankfully, both Banshees survived, so Banshees will have their way with a Roach push because of the lack of anti-air. But Widow Mines are not really what you want. Oh boy. Speaking of, there's a bit of a Ling run by. We'll catch all of these SCVs. 3, 4, 5 SCVs get picked off. Ay. YanXII being punished. Finally, the ZergLord, now that all those Hellions were forced away, the ZergLord was able to get across the map with a bit of a Ling run by. Meanwhile, that Roach count, it's getting pretty high. 1-1 is on the way. I'm sure he wants to hit that 1-1 timing. And I'm a little bit concerned that YanXII didn't see that Roach. Like there was a scan, and he saw the Evo chambers, but was he looking when the Roach came out? I would hope so. His push is on the way. He is getting a second factory for double factory production. So I would hope that he starts something else, but I mean, we'll see how much damage he can get done. He's pushing forward. He's gonna force all these Roaches to reveal their hand. Does scan, does confirm the army, and I don't know if YanXII really wants to fight here. The Hellbats get taken out, the Widow Mines are getting taken out as well. This is what I mean, like, Widow Mines are not what you want. And he does get forced all the way back home, and this is going to trigger a counterattack. 1-1 is about to finish up. The ZergLord, he's just going to send it across the map. And what do we have at home? Finally, the first tank is on the way, but mate, this is the first tank. Oh god, it is so late. It's not going to be ready for this push. Banshees are just going ham on these Roaches, which is great. But, oh god, it's going to take them so long to clean this up. The boys are being forced off the line, and the Roaches are just pushing through everything. There's not enough on the ground. Again, that tank is about to finish up, but the Roaches are already breaking into the natural. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. YanXII, please. He just didn't know. He's pulling the boys, and it looks like he's going to be able to clean this up, but look at how many SCVs have fallen. 31 SCVs. Jesus Christ, even if he does survive this, even if he pushes this away, it's game-ending damage. It is far too much damage. Again, the Banshees are doing what they can. They're putting in as much work as they can. That one tank as well. All 3 orbitals are still alive. But look at that worker count. YanXII down to 23 SCVs. Ugh. Never something you want to be seeing. Meanwhile, finally we have an answer to those Banshees. The Queens waddled across the map as well on that bit of a creep highway. And what is this, a ZvP? We got a Roach Ravager Queen walk. Let's go. I mean, if it works, it works. And if it goes unscattered, it goes unscattered. Again, it does seem like YanXII, even though he scanned, he wasn't able to catch that Roach coming out. He wasn't looking at the time, or it didn't register in his mind, so he just didn't have his tanks ready. Like, he has them now, but at this point it's far too late. Oh, the orbital even gets focused down. There was no lift up. GG gets called. And the ZergLord takes game number 1. Oof. Pietora in the chat. Yan is beyond? Question mark? I mean, yo, that first Reaper was insane. Yan had such a good start to the game. Let's be real here. He had such a good start. It's just a lack of scouting, right? Like, I was talking about it earlier. The Banshees, if you remember, they only hit the third base. They didn't go into the main. They didn't go into the natural. He was very hyper-focused on that third. So because of that, he was in the dark. He did scan, but he scanned the main, and he missed the Roach Warren itself. And as a result, he couldn't prepare in time for those roaches. That first tank that we saw was so late, despite him having 2 factories. Again, he was going for a Widowmine push. GG. And with that, we are now diving into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire ALE, we have the Brazilian Terran player popping off with his first Reaper, but not popping off in game 1. Representing Amatis in StarCraft, it is YanXII. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire ALE, we have the other Brazilian player also representing Amatis in StarCraft, as well as Iskar in the chat. I see you in the chat. I see you. Winning game number 1, it is TheZergLord. And Yan has had enough. He is going full beyond proxying those Raxes. There we go, with 2 thrown down. Gas is being taken. So this is going to be Proxy Reaper. It should be Proxy Reaper. And I'm a little bit concerned because the ZergLord is scouting for proxies. His first Overlord checks on the right-hand side. The second one is on the way. It is rallied, and it looks like this Overlord should just barely see this Rax. Maybe. We'll see. It's going to be close, but I think it should. Yeah, 100%. 100%. There it is. Overlord does see it. Also, just my apologies. It is not going to be Reaper. It is going to be Marine instead. The first Marine is on the way, but I mean, everyone knows that everyone knows. The Overlord reveals itself. YanXII sees. He may be able to kill the Overlord, and he may force a reaction. Bunker is still on the way, but boys are being pulled, and this is just not going to work. This is just not going to work. Bunker is not going to finish. And hopefully YanXII attempts to transition from here. Obviously with this gas he can throw down a factory, he can start at home, but he's got to do something with this. Like, he has a massive investment, and if he just picks up his Raxes, then he's going to have nothing on the ground, and Lings are just going to run across the map and end the game. So here we go. So far the micro is pretty good with these Marines. Oh, he's going to lose one of them though. Up. Does lose one. But it looks like the bunker is going to finish. Unfortunately, this first bunker isn't in the most ideal place. It is in position to protect the second one, but the Lings are already out. Oh god, they're going first round. No! They do catch one of the Marines. Oh god. Only 3 Marines remaining. We have a Spine. We have a Queen. With the target fire of this Queen, this bunker is not going to finish. Spine is going to be repositioned, and we do have that factory back at home. Oh boy. Oh my god, he's gonna try anyway. Okay. He's going for it, Can he finish? The Spine! Focus fire! Nah, he's gonna get it. Oh, less than a second away from finishing. The bunker does not finish. And this bunker is out of range. Feels bad, man. The ZergLord defends beautifully. Maybe cutting it a little bit close with that second bunker. But now he's going to be able to go across the map with all these Lings. Oh, the Overlord's going to try and bait the Marines into said Lings, and he gets a full surround. Oh god, no. And this is not good. This is not good. Thankfully, we have a Hellion at home. These Lings aren't going to end the game, but YanXII is far behind, and he's got a lot of catching up to do. And the ZergLord sees everything. His Overlord's just Chilean here on top of the ramp. Sees the timing of the CC, sees the starport as well. Because he confirms the CC, he's like, okay, you're going to try and get back into this economically. I can safely take a third base. I can drone up. I can tech up as well if I so wish. The world is the ZergLord's oyster. I just saw for sure in the chat. That never says anything good about me. That's not entirely true. Oh god, nah, we love you for sure. We love all the people in the chat, everyone who comes in, who supports not just us but also the Latin American community with this tournament. Oh, we'll see. Funada Chase, yes, Funada Chase, Funada. This game, there we go, we do have a Bailing Nest being thrown down, so the ZergLord can go into his Ling Bane, something he's a little bit more known for. Hello? Okay, he's just main-arting. I was like, what? I was like, what's going on here? Is he pulling the plays? Meanwhile, I kind of love this. YanXII is taking a lot of risks, and he has to. He's in a really bad position. He has to do something to get back into this game. You can't just play a normal game. So he goes for a 1-1-1. He's got his Viking, he's clearing up Overlords, and he's going for BCs. So if this goes unscouted long enough, a BC can deal a lot of damage, and I mean, he can come back into this game. Maybe. There are a lot of queens here at the front. Spores are being thrown down as well. We're going to have a lair, so we have potential for Spire play. And again, this BC opener is delayed, all things considered, but the first BC is on the way. And again, a lot of work has to be done by this BC. You know, worker kills, queen kills. The hopes and dreams of YanXII in this tournament. His lifeline is here in this battle cruiser. Hyperion needs to come out. And he needs to put in the work, and I don't know if he can. Uh-oh. Hellions have got to be careful. Oh, just barely none of them get taken out. Viking scouring around the map, looking for any kind of Overlord, and I'm pretty sure he got one. No, he got two, actually. Not bad. Not bad at all. And I believe this BC, as a result, hasn't been scattered. Oh, we do see a scan in the main. We see the position of the Spore. We see only one queen. Is he going to go for it? Oh, let's go. What else do we have? We don't have a Spore in the natural. Sorry, we do have a Spore in the natural, but again, not in the most ideal position. Hellion's going to try and dip in. Oh, god, don't get surrounded. Oh, no. The Lings, they get a full surround. No, not like this. The Hellions get taken out as the BC teleports in. He wanted to try and go for a multi-prong attack, but it didn't quite work out. Oh my god, the Spore has been repositioned as well, but there's no creep connecting the bases, so these queens are a little bit slower than they would like to be, but the queens are here anyway. The Spore putting in a lot of work. I mean, the BC, the target fire is pretty good, and 7 drones go down, but at the same time, there's a bit of a counterattack. The wall is a wall. We have plenty of Hellions. YanXII defends. Oh, and the BC gets away, so not bad. 7 drone kills, defends against the Lings. Oh god, has to be careful not to get surrounded. But we are going to be seeing Ling Bane Muta. Mutas are going to be coming out, and Mutas are going to take control of the skies. YanXII's trying to go into mech, which makes a lot of sense. We have 3 factories. He's going to try and slow the game down. But does he have an answer to the Mutas? I mean, he has a second BC on the way. He's got Yamato on the way. Has he scattered the Spire? He has not. And that's terrifying. If he doesn't get mules up and missile turrets up and running in time, then the Mutas are gonna target down this BC and then just send it across the map, and they're gonna end the game. Highland's gonna do their best to try and stop that from happening. They do dive into the mineral line. They will get even more of these drones, but again, they have to respect all of these things. They cannot get surrounded. At the same time, BC dips into the natural base. Has to be careful. Spore is here. And he just teleports back home. Whew. that was close. So YanXII's testing the waters, but this is what I'm worried about. 13 Mutas, and there are still no missile turrets. The only anti-air are the 2 BCs, and they're split up. Like, the Mutas in high enough numbers, they can target down a BC. Oh boy. Mutas are heading across the map. Oh no, they're gonna run into low health BC. They finally reveal themselves. They will target down the Viking, the tanks, the workers, the everything. And I think it's all over. No, the SCVs are dying. At the same time, Blue Flame Hellions are getting into the mineral lines, and they are trying to reciprocate that damage. Problem is that the Hellions are being cleaned up. The Mutas are not. As the Mutas dive into the main base, BC is turning around, it's coming back home. It's teleporting back home as well. 2 BZs, is that going to be enough with the repair? I don't know, mate. He doesn't even have to fight. There's still no missile turrets. Oh, God. I didn't even want to look. 41 SCVs, 43. 43. Oh, God. I'm not even Terran, and that hurts. That hurts so much. YanXII gets knocked down to 24 SCVs. He mule hammers because he needs to. But the Mutas are just coming back. F's in the chat. I mean, again, YanXII is the one who put it all on the line. He went for a proxy Rax and it did nothing. It was scouted immediately. The ZergLord, he was looking for the proxies. He found the proxy and he just immediately shut it down. And his follow-up going into Mutas like this was great. GG gets called and the ZergLord takes the series 2-0. GG. My heart goes out to you, YanXII. You played well, but you also gambled a little bit, and you know, sometimes when you gamble, it doesn't turn out in your favor. Oh, not at all. But congratulations to the ZergLord. He will move on to the next round, and I'm a little bit sad because you know what this means? I'm pretty sure this means all the Terrans are being taken out one by one. Roro got 2-0'd by Eon in the lower half of the bracket. Going to be going up against Slayer's MVP. YanXII just got taken out by the ZergLord. What else do we have going on? Davo is still going up against Saberlight? Question mark. Oh my god.